Hello everybody, Star here, and a couple weeks ago the new Marvel CMF series came out, which is super cool, and I managed to get my hands on it, so I thought it might be fun to make a series 2 based on the same 4 Disney Plus TV shows. 3 characters from each show for a total of 12 minifigures. Now these are just the characters and versions of characters that I'd like to see in a series 2. I have made a lot of these characters in previous videos, but I've made a few tweaks to many of them, and of course if LEGO actually made a series 2, there would be plenty of new prints and molds, but I'm just working with what I have. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off with the WandaVision characters, we have Halloween Wanda Maximoff. Her hair, head, and arms all come from the Scarlet Witch minifigure from the Marvel CMF series. Her torso is Mighty Micro Wonder Woman's, but backwards, and then her legs are just dark pink ones with red hips. She's also using a red cape. For her accessories, I gave her a chocolate bar piece and a small build to represent Yo Magic Yogurt from the commercial from the Halloween episode. That round printed tile on the top is from the Sesame Street set. Next up is Halloween Vision. He's using a dark green hood, which I got from an elf from The Hobbit. Underneath it is just the standard Vision head. His torso is Kite Man's with lime arms and yellow hands, and then his legs are the tennis players from CMF Series 7. He's also using a yellow cape, which I got from Quidditch Cedric Diggory. His accessories are a Halloween bucket and a newspaper because he's shown reading one in the theme song in the Halloween episode. If this was a real CMF series, the newspaper would probably say something about Westview at the top and have a bunch of little Easter eggs on it, but I just grabbed a newspaper piece that I had laying around. Lastly, for WandaVision, we have Agatha Harkness. Her hair is Wonder Woman's, and her head is Scarlet Witch's from Age of Ultron or Civil War. I just wish those eyes were purple. Anyway, her torso is Doctor Strange's, but backwards, and her legs are Lily Potter's. She's also using a dark purple cape. For her accessories, I gave her Tom Riddle's diary to represent the Darkhold and a rabbit piece. Moving on to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier minifigures, here is John Walker. I got his hair from one of the robbers from Spider-Man Homecoming, but it's definitely been in a lot of other sets. His head is Bala Teeks from The Force Awakens, which I like because of the 5 o'clock shadow and the bags under the eyes. His torso is the Winter Soldiers from Infinity War, but backwards and with Captain Carter's arms and red hands, and then his legs are also Captain Carter's. His accessories are his helmet and zombie Captain America's shield, because that's probably the closest thing to a bloody shield that we'll ever get from LEGO. Next up is Zemo. His head is the calculators from the first LEGO Batman movie CMF series. Now it'd probably be ideal to erase the mouth opening, but I don't really want to ruin my only copy of this figure. Anyway, he's also using Penguin's collar piece and Michael Knight's torso from LEGO Dimensions, but with purple hands, and then his legs are from James Potter, but I replaced the hips with plain black ones. His accessories are a pistol from the Lone Ranger and a replaceable head, which is Victor Crumb's head, and the hair is super common, but I got it from Agent Coulson. Last up for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is Sharon Carter. She's using a dark blue hood, and underneath it is just her head from Civil War. That torso is Claire's from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and her legs are Hawkeye's from the first Avengers movie. Her accessories are just 2 light bluish gray bar pieces to represent her weapons, as well as a spare hairpiece, which I also got from her Civil War minifigure. Next up are the Loki minifigures, starting with Hunter B-15. Her hair and head are Nakia's from Black Panther. That torso is a Death Troopers from Rogue One, but I replaced one of the arms with the Spies from CMF Series 16. The legs are also from that minifigure, and I also gave her a black utility belt. Her accessories are a build to represent a pruning stick and a helmet. Next up is Mobius, who's probably the minifigure out of all of these that I want LEGO to make the most. His hair is from Madam Hooch from the new Harry Potter Flying Lesson set. His head is Vernon Dursley's. That torso is from Commissioner Gordon, and then his legs are Jay's from the LEGO Ninjago movie CMF series. For his accessories, I gave him a printed tile from the Thanos Brickhead to represent a temp pad, and then I thought it might be fun just to throw the Time Stone in there as well. And then the last minifigure we have for Loki is Classic Loki. He's using the standard Loki helmet. Underneath it is Wheatley's head from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. His torso and bag pieces come from the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob. I did replace the hands with dark yellow ones though, and then his legs are just regular green ones with dark yellow hips. His cape is Loki's from Thor Ragnarok, and then his accessories are Ebony Maw's Power Blast pieces from Infinity War because I don't have those pieces in green, unfortunately. Now we're going to be moving on to the What If minifigures. Now when the first season is over, I might wish that I included different characters, but for now, these are my picks. First up is Yellowjacket Hank Pym. His hair is from old Han Solo, and his head is from Hoskins from Jurassic World. That torso is Black Vulcan's from the second LEGO Batman movie CMF series, but I replaced the arms with Minnie Mouse's from one of the new Disney sets. I also gave him black hands. And then his legs are from Mark 41 Iron Man. His accessories are a syringe to represent Tony Stark's anecdote and a thermal detonator to represent the disc that he enlarged Hulk's heart with. Next up is Strange Supreme. His hair is from Jacob Kowalski, and his head is from General Zod. That torso is Nuke Gunray's with the Sea Captain's arms from CMF Series 10 and light nougat hands. His legs are from the Gotham City Police blister pack with Scarlet Witch's tails piece from Civil War. His collar is the Shark Army Generals from the LEGO Ninjago movie CMF series, and his cape is Lando's from the Rise of Skywalker. Maleficent's cape and collar would also work really well, which was suggested in the video that I previously made, Strange Supreme in, by XD No Forts. His accessories are just from the Scarlet Witch minifigure from the Marvel CMF series. And lastly here is Post-Apocalyptic Black Widow. At the time I'm recording this, the episode she's in hasn't released, so I'm actually basing this off the Funko Pop. Her hair is Bricks from Incredibles 2, and her head is just the standard Black Widow head that they've been using a lot lately. Her torso is Raphael's from a TMNT set, but I replaced the arms with Ethan Hunt's, and I gave her black hands. And then her legs are also from a lot of recent Black Widow minifigures. She's also using Jafar's shoulder armor piece and a black utility belt. Her accessories are Red Guardian's shield, which she's using in the trailer if I remember correctly, and a blue lightsaber piece to represent one of her weapons. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions for videos I should make in the future, please let me know down below and I'll give you a shout out if I use your idea. Anyway, come back this Saturday for my next What If video. See you then.